Oh, we are live. It's time. Dun, dun, dun. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Idea Studio. This is our midweek live stream. I am Dana.
I'm Chip.
And here we are. The lockdown continues. The lockdown continues. And we'll get into all that in a minute. I'm running a little behind today. I had a crazy cramp in my leg last night. Jumped out of bed, had to stretch it. Jib didn't even budge. I was crying in pain, shrieking on the floor, trying to stretch my calf out. Jib snoring. I go downstairs, I get some water, I walk around, try to work it out, come back upstairs. Jib's like, you okay? All right, good night. No, probably my own fault. I stayed up a little late editing a video, and I definitely am not as hydrated as I should have been going to bed. So, but it's all good in the hood. Let's see who's here with us today. Of course, we got. Oh wait, did BNP Chris beat Joe to the comments? Chris, what's going on? Joe, what's going on? You okay? Well, I thought I would drop to say hello to Joe. He even says I thought I would say hi to Joe. Oh, it looks like, because Joe, oh no, like an hour later, Joe got there. Hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing, man? How's things in Florida? Oh, it stopped raining. Nice. Need more steps. Yeah, you gotta always get those steps in. The other day, I was editing the video last night. We went to the market, and that day, I think I did like 17,000 steps on the market day. So not bad. But that also had to do with a little post office incident. Who else we got here? George, what's up? The SRT line opened this week near us. Plan to use it for my shot. Your registration for the first dose of COVID-19 vaccination was very successful. Nice. The SRT, is that what they call it? The light red line or the dark red line?
I think they call red line.
So there's red, dark red, and light red now?
I don't know. Is that?
I thought, because where we used to live in Pechani Wet was
that one.
Dark red.
That one that's open.
It's the dark red. All right, so you're up there on Whipavity. Dave, what's going on, man? How you doing? How's life up in Surin? You guys are dark red now? I saw like 29 provinces total.
No,
dark
Surin.
red?
No,
Surin's
not like, it's like red. It's still like a restriction area. So like, but it's not same level as Bangkok.
Okay. Hey guys, so real quick, I was drinking this morning because my coffee will need to cool down for a bit. I got this from 7-Eleven, which if you're in Thailand, you've been to a 7-Eleven, let me know in the comments, are they like just depleted of everything? Because we definitely, the three near us have like minimal stuff in them right now. But this coffee, drip coffee coconut water is really good. It's got a very smooth coffee flavor and a nice coconut water flavor. And yesterday we made coffee tonics with it, and quite nice. It was very refreshing. The coffee tonic when I got back from riding the bike, made coffee tonics, tonic water, that a little bit of ice. Really nice beverage. Very fizzy, which I like. I like fizzy, especially like hot afternoon. But I was lucky I was able to get tonic water at 7-Eleven.
Yes.
The beer section at my 7-Eleven is decimated. Like all the import beers are still there. Chong, Leo, Singha, gone. Empty.
So you can tell what's important.
Yeah, it's like all the instant noodles that I like are still there, but all the popular instant noodles gone. Hey, John Poe, what's up, man? How's life in the D? What else we got here? Damn, Joe's at 16 already. Nice.
Oh.
George says dark red. Nice. Yeah, so we used to live at what would be the Wasami and Nari stop at the dark red. That seemed like it was going to be a nice spot once that opened up. Except for the fact that I think you have to take it to Bang Sur, then switch to the BTS. Is that right?
It's not BTS. If
MRT.
you switch there, it's MRT, and then you still have to.
Oh, Osito, thank you, my friend.
Switch it at Jadujak.
Ah. So, yeah. So, lots of switching going on with that dark red line. What else we got? New York Hardcore. It's total BS. Most cases are in prison. They want to keep people. You know what? I mean, they're just getting tests from prison. It doesn't mean they don't want to keep people locked down. They want to. You know, I think we want to move through this, but we want to make sure that the spread of COVID actually gets, flattened. Hit the like button. So we did that. We broke a new record today, over 20,000 cases.
Yeah.
I got the official numbers here.
20.
Jiv sends them to me every morning.
200. 20,200.
20,200 on the spot.
Yeah.
And what's the screen number?
Recover and go back home.
Oh, 17,000 recovered and go back home. 188 deaths today. 188 new deaths. It seems like that might be the record for new deaths.
I think.
Because I think
I think we didn't hit 200 yet.
Yeah, we're at like 186, 187 was our record previously. So yeah, numbers are going up, but we kind of expect it to spike, and so the lockdown has been extended, right? Which also extends the Bangkok lockdown diaries. Next one should drop tomorrow. But is your phone that keeps going off?
Mm-hmm.
Tell your boyfriend not to message you when you're live with your husband.
It's a girl chat.
Oh, okay.
It's like my friend who teaches at university. She asked if we want the taste kit.
Oh, so the cases are going up, but we do kind of expect a spike until we start to see that potentially things go down. But it's so hard to tell right now. I mean, who knows what path this is going to follow.
Just try to be safe. Clean your hands.
Yeah, clean your hands.
Often, and before you touch your face, your nose, your eyes, your mouth. So clean your hands before you do that.
Just everywhere in here is empty shelves. Went to get more spray paint and no go. Really, even spray paint.
Why is it out? It's like factory closed.
Maybe they're stockpiling they're shutting down again most of America as well.
But
spray paint, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. You told me about TP, I understand.
Yeah, because Americans aren't civilized.
We don't have that problem here. We have problem with instant noodle or rice or egg. Yeah, sometimes egg and cooking oil.
I saw
or sugar.
Yeah, the cooking oil was decimated at 7-Eleven. And so was fish sauce. No fish sauce the first time I went. Which is funny. All the soy sauce. So I like a certain type of soy sauce that has a mushroom flavor. And I could have bought unlimited bottles of that at 7-Eleven. Between 7-Eleven and Little C. No problem on my mushroom soy sauce. The fish sauce that Jim really, really wanted, nothing. Nothing at all. So I thought I bought a little bottle, but it turned out to be that was a little mini fish, little soy sauce.
He come back I'm a champion. I got the last one that hidden behind the soy sauce. No, it's just another size.
Yeah.
Of the soy sauce.
And so then we ended up going back and we were able to get the fish sauce the next day, but it's still not a lot of options.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Yeah.
Normally they have for 7-Eleven, they will have a smaller bottle.
Yeah.
It's you have you stay alone in a condo, you have this size of the sauce. Nothing left on the shelf.
Yeah. Hey Eric, what's going on, man? I started again coconut powder to my coffee also.
Coconut powder, so make it creamy. Instead of you use
creamer, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
If you want to have an instant creamer to lighten the coffee.
But coconut powder, how can he has coconut powder?
Oh, they must sell it in the U.S.
I mean, here we don't have it.
Yeah, but in the U.S. we have all types of stuff you don't have.
Oh.
Just like here, you have all types of stuff we don't have.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, coconut. In milk, in coffee, if I'm gonna drink milk in coffee, for a latte or something or a flat white, I like oat milk. I think it has the nicest texture, even more than dairy milk. Oat milk seems to have a very nice texture to it. Here we go. Good weather here. No rain for a day. Mid 70s. Mid 70s. That'd be winter here, John.
What is 70?
Hey Siri, what's 70 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius?
70 degrees Fahrenheit is
21.6.
Celsius.
Jim's face. She
Cannot.
sweaters and
No.
jackets.
The temp that below 25 C. I'm dead.
Tickle the thumb. Smash and tickle.
How is Australia now?
Okay, so Todd's saying 20,013 of the 20,200 are in prison. That seems like a very high number.
It's a total, not for today.
Oh. So it's total in prison that have
Total,
infections.
because like
Not for today.
I remember the first day that they start to announce prison number.
I remember when they split it.
Before that, it's like spiked up. Like we like reached to like 9,000. It's like maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
And people figure out like where's that number from? Because we still like maybe like 2,000 a day, and like where does number from? So it's like all prisoners, which is like maybe they check but never report that. So then when they put it together, the first day is like total from I don't know when.
Yeah.
So that's why the number is chewed up, and then next day is
So it's
dropped.
not
because
20,000 today in prison.
no.
So
Today is like 100 something.
Nice. Mr. Mitch, what's going on, man? How's things with you? Are you here yet, Mitch? Mr. Mitch? I know you were like on the verge of being here, or you were in ASQ, right?
Neat.
Okay.
This is outside people. This is prison.
So 187 new cases in prison today, not 20,013 in prison today. That's total.
Yeah, that's like for people
Yeah.
who live outside prison. So I mean the whole country.
Guadalajara, beautiful city using VPN. Oh, thank you for the VPN action. Everyone
Thank
wearing
you.
masks here, everywhere and outside.
Oh, that's good.
Not used to it. Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people make an argument about the virus not spreading outside, but you never know.
Huh?
Like, so there's a lot of evidence to show that there's a very low infection rate outside, a very low transmission rate. But I mean, I wouldn't risk it. I wear my mask. I wear my mask everywhere.
It might be low risk because it's open space. But think about someone who walk in front of you, sneeze, like big sneeze or cough,
Yeah.
and the wind blow to you. You get it.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that-
better safe than sorry. But yeah, beautiful city. I've never been to Guadalajara, so someday I want to do a Mexico trip. Get Mexican yarn.
Fana.
Our friend Magan sent us fabric from Mexico. It's gorgeous. It's very heavy. So we got to do something with
Heavy.
that. Yeah, it's a project piece for sure. For sure. Knock, knock. Who's there, Joe? I see a lot of Thai vloggers now ready to leave Thailand temporarily. It's too bad. But yeah, so Minority Nomad, my buddy Eric, he just left yesterday on his way to LA for a little bit to get the vaccine. He wants to travel again, do work. I think it's kind of, look, not everyone is committed to life here. Like some people come here and you see a lot of vloggers in Thailand who come here from other countries and they think they're going to live the dream here. And this is going to be like their, it's going to be an amazing destination to vlog from or travel around. And they're not committed to life here. There's people who move here and they live here and this is their life. Like Jib and I. Well, Jib didn't move here. She grew up in Bangkok.
I was born here.
I moved here.
Yes.
So Jib's a native Bangkokian. I'm a transplant Bangkokian. But look, there are people who came here, I think especially during the beginning of the pandemic, and thinking, oh, we'll be like one of the only ones in Thailand and we'll make footage and we'll do all this other stuff. Eric, on the other hand, is someone who, he has a contentious relationship with Bangkok in that this is his home. He does live here, but he's also a travel journalist. So he wants to be traveling and covering events and doing things. And I've been friends with Eric for a while, and I've been through this cycle with him a few times where he gets to a point where he's been here too long and he needs to leave. And he like a couple of years ago, he told me, he's like, I'm going on the road. I'll be back like in a year. And he literally packed a bag, got on a plane, and came back like a year later. And, but this is home for him. He'll be back at some point. He's just fed up with where it's at. Now, there are other people who came here and they, obviously it's not the ideal situation, but they've made it work. And then there's people who sort of come here and it's not for them, especially during the pandemic, and they take off. I mean,
I understand.
yeah, everyone's got their own situation. But like for Jib and I, this is home, right? Like
Right.
we're not visiting Thailand. Like we're not going around. Like we have no intent to be like, hey, check out Hoi Hin or check out Samui or Phuket. Like if we go there for
Yeah.
something else, yeah, we'll go there. But Bangkok is our day to day. And that's what we like, and so that's what we show is life in Bangkok.
And maybe because we have a house.
Yeah,
If we live in a condo room, like a small room, maybe it's kind of straight, you know?
Yeah, especially right now. Like, not that we would be in a 30 square meter place, but there are people in a 30 square meter place.
Yes, and like if they live like two-person
Yeah.
couple, they may get fight
Yeah,
because they can't swim, they can use a gym.
Stuck in there. Some places have closed. Like you're not allowed to leave your room. Some condos that had big outbreaks.
Yeah, like that. I think that's put on like stress. But for us, like okay, I can go upstairs. Jam can go to watch TV in her room. Like we're just lucky to move here before this happened.
Yeah. Even our old place would have been fine though, Pachani Wet. Like if we had stayed there, like it wouldn't have been horrible.
Well, that one is like 61 square meter.
Yeah, it's still
room,
big, yeah.
And it's like good
But-
light.
But Jam wouldn't be able to hang with us.
It was like so boring,
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
But here, like okay. Now I understand about the space, like
Yeah.
how much space you need. Well, don't talk about like how many stuff we collect, but like where to sit,
Yeah.
to like take a nap or do stuff. It's like you need space.
So I think that for us, like the 61 meter square place is pretty good size if we don't have the studio in where we live.
If we don't work at
From home, yeah. So
Yeah, I think like before, because when we start to move there, wow, room's so big.
Yeah.
Until I start to collect yarn and I start to sell yarn.
Yeah.
When that happened, it's kind of mess up the room. Sorry.
I don't mind because like for us, it's like even with when we had the sewing machines, we had 2 sewing machines in that small place originally when we first lived there, and then Jib started to
Is
have
that
to
one? Just one sewing?
2. We bought the serger.
Why we bought
Or
that?
did I have
No.
the serger? No, just one. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had the serger later.
The brother
Yeah.
sewing machine.
So, which your mom has now. But when like for us, like this is a big place, but keep in mind like this whole downstairs it's like our kitchen. We have a little dining table. This is work area, so it's a lot of office space for us. And then upstairs, really, we just 90% of our time is spent in the 1 bedroom. Like we go up there, we go to bed, and that's it.
I just do
Yeah.
laundry.
And before
Washing machine outside.
Yeah, and before Jam came to stay with us, we had another room that we had set up as a guest room. Our intent was to use that as our living room. We have a TV in
TV.
there and a big, like it's a couch bed combo thing. It's kind of cool, actually. It's very comfortable. But we watch 2 movies up there.
Maybe.
So most of the time what we'll do is I'll swing around my smaller 4K monitor and we'll just hang out in the down here at our desks, like each working while we watch a movie, or we'll swing it out the other way and we'll sit in our scholar chairs and we'll watch a movie from
No,
there.
I feel like I don't want to just sit and just watch.
Yeah.
Because like it's different from the theater that like dark
Yeah.
and like you have to be quiet.
Yeah, it's immersive in the
because
theater.
you should not annoy anyone, right? But here we sit at our house, like we
Yeah.
can do anything. So it's like I like to knit when I watch.
Yeah. It's
TV.
nice that we have the chairs from our favorite theater as well. I mean,
Yes.
that's still one of our favorite things. That's going to be a Lockdown Diaries video. I'll finally get my Scala video essay done. Gotta love that. I just want to get this quick. Is this the coffee channel? Indeed it is, Dave. Indeed it is. Cheers, my friend. Coffee channel. Hey, Dan. What's going on, man? 3 cases of UCC last time there. They're looking at a month before they can get any more. Oh, damn.
What is that?
The UCC coffee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You got a case, 3 cases.
It's like big box.
Yeah.
From Japan?
So I guess it imported to one of the shops there.
Okay.
Hey, Sam, what's going on, man? We're just talking about Pachani Wet. How's life out there? Enjoying the tree-lined streets?
Any ambulance in the complex yet?
Yeah, they pull away any bodies. Frank, I need you to get an Alexa device. How's it going, Frank?
Why we need Alexa?
So I'm not talking to the other one.
Oh, okay. Is it work with Apple?
No, Alexa's Amazon.
Oh, different system?
Yeah.
Then no, Frank, sorry.
Jib's committed now. When I first met Jib, she's like, "Oh, Apple doesn't seem that great." Like,
no, I know it's great, but,
no, but you
with
were like,
the
"Oh, I
price,
don't want it." Like,
because with the price,
Yeah.
and like here in Thailand, people use PC more because it's cheaper.
Yeah,
and like,
for sure.
And like, you can buy any brand of computer and you install Windows. It's work.
buy a bootleg version of Windows from Pantip and install it with
No,
all the Chinese
no,
bloatware
now
on there.
there's
No, I know. I'm
not-
joking. I'm joking.
no option like that.
But so when I had a Mac when I met Jib, and then when she was going to start a business, I was like, well, move over to Mac, and you'll be on the whole ecosystem. She had a Samsung phone, and like she was using one of my old Lenovo laptops, and I was like, or Hewlett Packard, an HP.
Something.
Yeah, I was like, oh, use this, switch over to this, and I think that way we're on the same ecosystem. We can work more collaboratively. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And she, like, within a day of using it, she's like, oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yes.
like you got it right away.
Yes, but like, by the price, and like, to work with other Thai, if I have to work with other Thai people, which is
Yeah.
not in the like a design world or architect world,
Yeah,
they tend to use PC, and we have problem with like a
compatibility.
yeah, all the document will change the setting. It's like headache. Just
Hey,
that.
Craig, what's up, man? You guys hit 119 today, breaking a 20-year
Is it
record for
temp?
temperature. Yeah.
What is 119? Is it
August
40?
3rd will be one. Yeah, over 40.
Ah,
Yeah, over 40. Someone from Italy the other day on my Twitter feed posted that it was like 43 degrees.
imagine you do laundry and it's dry in 1 hour.
Really? Yeah.
So well, for summer here, it's like
I
when
guess it depends if it's sunny or humid in 40.
no, summer hot, sunny,
Yeah.
not humid. It's like some of my clothes dry in 2 hours. That hot.
George says shredded coconut is not stocked readily. Well, dried shredded coconut is, but not like fresh, like the Almond Joy style. Because I used to be able to get the shredded coconut at the shop at Lotus. Lotus? At Pachani what?
Pachaniwe Topsy.
Tops. I used to be able to get shredded coconut at Tops.
What is shredded coconut?
The coconut pieces.
And why you have it for?
No, I would eat it, but he said he used to get the wet one to make Almond Joy bars.
Oh, okay.
Stuck here waiting for my dad. Oh, damn. Sorry, Mitch. Someday I'll visit Thailand again. I thought you were like on your way. I thought you were like on the verge of coming. I didn't realize that you were waiting on, unfortunate events.
Oh.
I was watching Thai YouTubes. They accidentally crossed into Laos. So let's talk about this because I have a theory. One, the authorities did not make them get the vaccine. That was fake news. They all said they got Pfizer. The Laotian government was like, no, that didn't happen.
Addition, Pfizer for Laos is in Vientiane,
Yeah.
capital city, with the super freezer, right? But where the Thai cross it is, I think Champasak, it's like different city. They're not gonna make delivery with super freezer from Vientiane to that city.
And so here's the other thing. So there's all of these. So there's 7 people got caught, and to cross into Laos, if you guys don't know geographically, you have to cross the Mekong. Now, since the Chinese dammed the Mekong up in China, it is really dry most of the year now. It's not as flowing of a river as it once was, but you still have to walk down into this huge river basin, and the soil down there is quite different. So you would notice that you're crossing this massive natural border and going down into the basin and then back up into another place. So they said they were looking for mushrooms and they got lost and they somehow ended up in Laos. Now the Laotian government did not give them the vaccine. That was fake news. The Minister of Foreign Affairs or something made a statement that said no, that we did not do that. And the other thing is essentially if you're from Isan, you look Laotian, you speak very similar to them, you can sort of pass. So I think my assumption, and this is just an assumption, an opinion, they were over there to smuggle something, and they got caught trying to either before they picked up or on their way back, trying to smuggle something in from Laos and arrested. And so, yes, some of the media shows people flooding over, but no one's getting arrested and getting the vaccine, that's for sure. But yeah, I thought that was a funny story when Jim was telling me, they're looking for mushrooms. They got lost. They ended up in Laos. And she winking a nod at me. I was like, really? Lost and ended up, you just crossed this huge river basin that is a known natural border between the two countries. And and had no idea. We got more ice cream on the way from Malta.
20 minutes.
So naturally, you just naturally missed the Mekong River Basin.
People can get lost.
Yeah, they were definitely, like I said, for me, in my opinion, they were smuggling something or about to smuggle something and got caught.
Or picnic. They just go there for picnic.
No, they said they were looking for mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Deborah, what's going on? You see CB Media bought a racetrack. I think he's planning to make a Thailand home, but travel from there. I doubt he bought it. He most likely leased it long-term from someone, just because of property laws. I did see the video, and I know he said his friend had built it. So, yeah, I think he just leased it long-term, which is awesome. And, yeah, I think with his car and everything, he'll be having a great time up on that racetrack. Hey, Wanderers in Alaska. Hey, Dana and Jim. Hope all is well. Hey, man, hope things are good up there in Alaska. Did you guys feel that? I know you got hit with an earthquake, and there was a little 30-centimeter tsunami waves in the Gulf. You guys okay from all that? Osito, yeah, but people dedicated Patty and No Night to Be Sad leaving, but they'll come back. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Patty's leaving. He's down there in Samui. He's got his little Thai girlfriend now, and all his friends down there that he's hanging out with. I saw on.
So now he has girlfriend?
Maybe girlfriend, maybe just quarantine buddy, or lockdown buddy.
Ah.
But I don't know. But I saw that they rented Chris's villa down there. Him and all those other people that he's hanging out with down there. I saw on Patty's Instagram they were in his villa in Chris's place, so they rented it. I'm sure Chris gave him a deal because I doubt they would all be able to afford even a night there at its full price.
Maybe many of them share.
Even I know how much the full price is.
Okay.
I'm sure that right now Chris has got it super reduced.
Yeah, because no tourists.
Yeah, so I know Chris was given really good deals for long term, so I'm sure he just hooked Patty up, but because it doesn't make sense. Even if there's 10 of them, it's a stupid amount of money.
Oh, still
for one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they're there for a few, so who knows? But yeah, it's Patty. I feel bad because Patty kind of got sidetracked from his quest of every province, and yeah, so
but
delayed.
It's not good if he gonna keep going because cannot predict what will happen.
Well, he would have had to skip over all of central Thailand anyway, and it messes up the path.
Yeah.
So like he could have, where he was, he only had one option, was to go north, right? And then everything in central Thailand was dark red by then. He made the right call for sure. Like a hard call though, to like stop the mission and like move aside. Let's see, where are we? Oh, as long as Auntie has ketchup, she'll be fine.
What?
Ketchup to make pad thai.
My,
Hey, do you guys see? I don't know if you guys watch Uncle Roger. He's a Malaysian comedian based in UK, and he did a video. He always does videos reviewing like cooks, and like he hates Jamie Oliver because Jamie Oliver makes horrible recipes. But Jamie Oliver made Thai green curry. That's
don't
not
call that.
it's not green curry, and it's so bad. It's like
It's green curry, but it's not Thai.
It doesn't have any of the like maybe 2 right ingredients. He doesn't make a paste. He just throws in a food processor. It looks like a tabbouleh salad almost, and then all the ingredients were wrong. Chopping up mushrooms so they look like penises. I mean, it's not good. Quite a bit of mushroom in that curry. More mushroom than
Well, actually, for
chicken.
Thai green curry, we
Yeah.
don't add mushroom.
yeah, but
We
especially
use
not
a-
400 grams.
We use a small eggplant, the round one.
Yeah, those are
Mắc
good.
cỡ bọc.
Yeah, and then I had those in my masaman last night. The mini eggplant.
ไม่
No, in my masaman last night I had those mini eggplants.
maybe that's a shallot.
No, it was the little mini eggplants, not shallot.
Oh, mini is like very small, like
Yeah,
this.
try.
มะเขือพวงจ้า not the one that we
No,
add
different one
in-
from green curry, but the little mini
Chai.
ones in my masaman was quite
That
nice.
one we added in chili paste, the shrimp paste.
Osito says, do you guys have a standard Thai outdoor kitchen? No.
No,
We have...
I don't cook.
Jib doesn't cook. She does, but she fucks everything up that she cooks, so... Our kitchen it's an add-on to the house. So they bumped out the back wall on the first floor, and it's just like a little space. It's kind of a weird shape. It's just really long. So the refrigerator is like 4 meters from the stove, and you have to like walk back and forth. It's like a hallway almost. We have a stove at one
So
end.
this is like a old style townhouse here. So like I believe original house doesn't have that part that
Yeah.
is a kitchen
Yeah,
now.
it's an add-on, yeah.
So it's like kind of just the space, open space at the back
Yeah.
until the wall. So like Thai like to build like make a roof or put something to get more closed space. As we have rain, we have many things like cats cannot come in.
Yeah. So it's actually, you can tell what happened was they combined these 2 houses first, and then that was built later,
Yeah.
just by the way it's done. And there's a sunlight there, so there's natural convection, and we have a hood. It's not a bad little kitchen. It works fine for us. But yeah, it's not like super fancy. We have like a little 2-burner kind of classic Thai propane-powered stove, and then we have a little electric oven, and that's about. I keep all my supplements in there, and Jib's mom freaks out every time she's over because I have so many pills, and yeah, so it's a nice spot. And then there's like a little pantry area off to the other side where we keep like a lot of our dried food and canned food and stuff. So not like a standard Thai kitchen. I don't have a wok burner or anything. I wish I did have a high power wok burner. That'd be great.
My it will burn your hair
Yeah,
too.
well, you can't use it inside, right? It's way too high pressure. But the stove we have works fine for my wok. I have a stainless wok. And I want to get a carbon steel one, but now that the markets are all closed, like no time to go get it. But yeah, not a bad little kitchen. Our old place that we used to live in Osok had a full Western kitchen, and we
I don't like.
never used it. It had one of those flat induction cooktops, and we don't have any induction pots or pans, and we knew we weren't going to live there long term. So we're like, never mind. I don't think we ever turned that stove on. We used the oven once.
We use stove. We cook like for me, I cook like a stir fry vegetable.
Oh yeah. So our pot works on
because like a restaurant out there, like Thai food, it's like nah. I better cook for myself.
Yeah, the street food in Oslo not great.
I don't like.
Yeah, no, that's right. Our pot works on that. On that
pan and
stovetop.
pot.
Yeah.
We bought it flat.
Yeah, but yeah, they're decent ones, so they work okay. But yeah, the wok wouldn't sit on it because it's flat.
ใช่
Yeah, but and we had a dishwasher that we never used, never once turned on. Yeah, it was a nice little kitchen, but like not for us. I kind of like halfway. I would like to have a full size oven. Like that's the one thing I would really like is a real oven, or even like a little pizza oven in the house would be nice, like to make pizza. But yeah, I don't need like a full Western range. That'll be tomorrow. Charlie Went's great neighborhood. I still miss it. It's great. Frank can't leave Thailand because I have some Lazada packages en route from China, and there's still an outgoing customs clearance in China that has me here for the long haul. Yeah, right? I've had a few that I accidentally order something from China, not realizing that it's not a local item, and it will be like the hat that came the last live stream, the GoPro hat, that got refunded because it took so long for me to get. It was like 98 baht or something, but yeah, it took so long to get out of China that they refunded me the money. Where else are we? What would you call it? Angry Auntie Jib in Paris? A croissant. A croissant? That's a good one. Drinking coffee put out of a mason jar while wearing overalls. All you need is a banjo.
No, he had one.
I had a banjo. I was trying to learn how to play banjo.
So annoying. My ears.
When I first met Jib, I was trying to learn to play banjo. Jib hates the sound of it. And even if I would deaden it, stuff a towel inside the drum, she hated it. It's very high pitch. And if you're not like perfect with it, it definitely, the sound is off. It's a very, very finicky instrument. I love banjo. I love bluegrass music. I love a lot of especially clawhammer style banjo. I really like the sound of it. 3-finger scrug style picking as well, but clawhammer, which is kind of like a slap motion that they play. It's really good. That's what I was trying to play. But the other problem is I kept losing my fingernails. The wound strings just rub them off. So then you have to not play for 2-3 months while your fingernails grow back. Shop, I go in Japanese company transport to Mission. Oh, nice. Actually, I'll be doing an episode. Nice. This is my escape. Hey, Patrick, what's going on, man? How are you? How's things in Texas? What's the situation like in Texas on the ground? You guys having a surge in new cases, or are you kind of okay? Running through everything here. Everyone's like, hello. What was 37 meters?
Picking one mushroom. Pimi, what did you do วะเนี่ย
Maybe I went too far.
โอ้ย
That's what I was just at.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're talking about the people from Laos. This way, they already ate the mushrooms. Picking wild mushrooms. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'll be honest, I woke up in Creek after doing shrooms once. Not too far-fetched. 37 meters, well, over 100. What's 37 meters?
สวัสดีค่ะ
I think my ice cream just arrived.
โอเคค่ะขอบคุณนะคะ
37 meters over 100 foot. I'm just surprised Patty isn't. Oh man, maybe he's into whatever. I don't know. This is personal life, but yeah, he's got his little lockdown buddy, so he's good. It helped shake my martini. Really, I slept through it. No real damage. Good. I was down in the Altoona Island chain, mostly in the ocean. Okay. Yeah, I talked to Cody, who comes on the channel sometimes, and he said his mom said it shook their cabin, but no real waves, like just 1 foot. Uncle Roger is one of the funniest comedians right now, Nigel Ng. One of the absolute funniest guys out there, like especially about like making like the review videos about food. I think is fantastic. Deborah, I don't use stove or oven over 3 years. Just has Instapot and microwave. Oh, more ice cream. Nice.
cut the box สิ
Cut the box. Okay. Just an Instapot and microwave. I almost never use the microwave. I would say that our most used thing is a rice cooker. I wish I had a crock pot because I really like to do like slow cooked dishes, but they're not so popular here. So 4 new flavors of ice cream. What's this one? Oh, this is the Ferrero Rocher ice cream that Jam wanted. I got for myself peach soju sorbet. Limited time, 18 plus only. And then, what's this one? This is, Mayong. This is another sorbet. See if it fits in the freezer. Freezer's kind of full. I just moved a bunch of coffee over to it. Jim just realized how full the freezer is. Osito says, you met a Thai woman who can't cook and you stayed together? That's real love. Yeah, no, Jim's again, like not everyone's a good cook, and Jim is definitely not. But, again, it's a lot of other things in common, which is great. And I like to cook, so I don't mind. And I get to try out, I get to mess up Thai recipes all the time. And Jim be like, this is not Thai food. Or like Jim is very rigid mindset about certain dishes, right? So if I make something and add an ingredient that is not typical to it, Jim will like freak out. For instance, like if I make like a kale, stir-fried kale, and I add mushrooms in the stir-fry and not make it as a separate side dish, Jim will be like, oh, we don't eat it like this. This isn't right. It's not Thai food. But for me, I like to like have things stir-fried together. It's nice. Makes it easier to eat. We need to get to this. What will you two eat next? Patrick, you don't use your kitchen. I pay a lady in my neighborhood to make meals for me. Hey, that's nice. If you can meal prep like that, that's awesome. I think it, I've done had meal prep services before like that, where like I was just too busy to like cook or focus on it. But now like we just sort of make time for it. It's part of what we do is, especially like a few days a week, like we like to plan out a meal. Yeah. Oh, nice. Jim got it all packed in. Like the other day we had, we saw this thing on Kenji Lopez Alt's channel. And it was like popular on Instagram. It was like a pasta made with feta cheese and cherry tomatoes and basil. And you sort of just bake it and then add the pasta in with some pasta water and thicken up the sauce. Like Jib likes that type of stuff. So and it's kind of fun to cook. So we did that. And like we'll plan out a couple meals a week that we like to just cook and experiment with. But for the most part, it's just street food for us. We walk out to the neighborhood, grab some street food, or now getting street food delivered. Like our Sumtum shop at the end of the soy will deliver, essentially whenever, because it's just easier than standing around with all the Grab drivers waiting to get the food, and it doesn't cost anything. Oh, one of the things we'll talk about when Jib's back. So in the video that will drop tomorrow, you see us paying for street food with an app. And there's an app from the government.
ใช่ค่ะ
What's it called, Ben?
เป๋าตัง
It's for Thai people.
It's shortened from กระเป๋า stang. That's like formal proper word, but then they shorten it to make it shorter, easier to call.
Yeah.
เป๋าตัง
So they have this app, and if you're Thai, they had 3 waves of applications. Jib finally got it on the 3rd application. And it's really a subsidy for people, but it's also more or less a subsidy for small businesses, small entrepreneurs, like micro businesses, street food vendors.
They want like small business to get money, because if not, like people tend to get stuff from 7-Eleven or order from the restaurant, the big one.
Yeah.
But then with this program, they're just like, and like supermarket, like if they go to like Big C or Tops, they cannot use this app. They cannot pay with this app. But if they go to a local market like we did, just like, okay, how much? And we pay by the app. That's one can use.
Yeah, so the government subsidizes it 50%. So you buy street food up to 300 baht a day. So they'll give you, each individual who signs up, 150 baht per day. And so a lot of the street food vendors will have the 50-50 logo sign on their thing. And like we buy fruit out here locally, we can use it in pretty much everything. But it's been a great way for these like sort of micro businesses. Like these are the most vulnerable entrepreneurs in Thailand, these street food vendors. And we talk about in the video, like some of them do really well. Like the pork guy at our local night market kills it. Like he'll sell out every day.
Every day.
Yeah, if you don't get there early, his pork is gone.
Yeah.
Same with the guy who does the duck blood cake soup. It's sold out every day. He's
Duck
fine.
palo.
But like the people who sell fruit, or the people who have like maybe like something a little bit more niche, don't have as good a business, don't have as strong a business, and they struggle. And so these times where people are spending less or doing things more convenient, this app gives a great subsidy to those street food vendors. And I've seen a lot of stuff on Thai social media that they're saying like it's really helped, it's kept our sales decent during this time. So it's kind of really been a solid program. Of course, we like to save money, so that's always a plus.
For the consumer side, it's like it's help.
Yeah.
Like some get less pay because of this situation or struggle or something. Like at least you can go get food and you're not hungry. Can take care of your family.
True. Yeah. If you're in a tough position, it helps. Chris says, not like the Philippines where everyone has an outside or locally called dirty kitchen.
What?
I mean, I saw Mike had a video where they were chopping a pig on the floor of the house. Like they were butchering a pig with like a dirty knife, like a machete. Earthquake created a 37 meter and 30 centimeter, not 37 meter, 30 centimeter, Craig. 30 centimeter. Sorry.
Different unit.
Like 1 foot. 1 foot. Oh, gotta go tend to the dogs. All right. Yeah, dogs and thunderstorms, not a good combo. Here in Bangkok, though, dogs don't seem to get rattled by it. Like the local street dogs, just chill. I think you would dig the Ken Burns documentary on country music. I did banjo music as well. You should check out String Bing older videos. I've actually seen the Ken Burns documentary on country music. Really good. My buddy, a buddy of mine, we call him Uncle Bobby.
Oh, Uncle Bob.
He works for the Autry Foundation as like one of his side gigs, and he contributed some stuff to the to a few of the Ken Burns projects. A little bit on country music and then one on westerns. Because they had a bunch of, it was basically, he was helping them with the archive footage from Autry. It was like because of the way the foundation is set up, he has to manage it. Where are we at? You're a Thai eating Thai food, so ta-da. You're a Thai eating food, so ta-da, it's Thai food now. Not quite that simple, but yeah. See, so John does all the cooking as well, always trying new stuff. Made pasties tonight, had a taste for some yopper food.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Pasties and yopper?
What is that technical? Is that technical word?
Maybe it's like Kentucky word. Maybe it's a Kentucky thing. Dana, are you a bass player? I'm trying to learn bass. Trying. Well, it's actually, Jib doesn't mind the sound of it, so I can practice more frequently, which is key.
Because it's like the sound is not high pitch. It's okay.
I'm stuck in the house for a few days. My Kia is getting fixed, wouldn't start. They just sent me a video today of a rat living in the fuse box eating wires. It's an easy 500, yeah, minimum. I hope you get to go to the drive-through weed place, Craig, before you drop the Kia off. Picked up enough for like at least a week while they have your Kia.
Can you grow it at home?
I don't know if you can in the U.S. if it's legal. Hey, have a good one, Wanderers in Alaska. Thanks for coming by. So John says his son plays banjo. I'm in no way coordinated enough. It's definitely so like the 5-string, right? They've got the 5th string that is really just for tone, right? Like you strum that to get additional tone over the other strings, the 4 strings that you're picking on. It's definitely a complicated instrument, especially like so if you play clawhammer style, you're always hitting your thumb on that 5th string to try to get like the G tone in. It's the way it's played is a very unique sound, a very unique instrument. There's a Thai instrument that looks similar to a banjo, but it's all hardwood. It's hollow. Called a saw, Mai?
Huh?
The round one with the
So we use like another piece, like a
no,
violin.
it's round. It looks like a banjo. You see
Sung,
it? Maybe. I think it's only 3 strings.
I think maybe Isan instrument.
And it sounds similar to a banjo, but it's got a hollow hardwood body, even the front. So it's similar to a guitar. It's got the hole in it. But it's got this, they play it in a very similar way. The finger picking style. And it has a very similar rhythm and cadence to a banjo. Jib's trying to find it. Yoper, name for folks from Michigan's Upper Peninsula. You call them Yopers? Okay, the thumb. From the thumb. There was a girl, I had a roommate who was a girl from Michigan, from the Upper Peninsula, and she'd be like, hey, where? And if she was talking to someone, she'd be like, oh, I'm from like here in Michigan. She'd like use her hand to show where she was from. Osita says, cooking for ladies is part of my courting process. Rare to see women under 40 who can cook, so... Yeah, that.
It's sung. 4 strings.
Oh, 4 strings, okay. So there was a guy at the local night market who used to play this here at Pachani West, not Pachani, at Bangkok. Remember he played that?
Yeah.
And then he would sing over he'd have a backing track, yeah?
Sung.
Yeah, hold it up here. So, throw this one up. This is the Thai version of it. It's an Isan instrument, you said?
Northern. Sorry, it's not.
Northern. So there was a guy who would play it at the local market here, and he would sort of rap over the music. He had like a backing track, like a drum machine. He would play that, and he would rap over. He was blind, and really, really fun to listen to. What's this? I told you I'm making... This is from John, right? Or
Joe. Joe.
Joe sent this.
No, John.
John or Joe?
John. Ôi.
John.
John. Why?
I told you I'm making dinner. That's about right. That is right, John.
I knewผักบุ้งไฟแดงนะ Morning Glory like the fire one.
Jim could burn the house down.
Funny, but yeah, it's true. I would save it. It would be my meme.
So Osita says it's rare to find women under 40 who can cook, so they love it usually, even when I screw up the dish, at least in my eyes. Yeah, if they don't know how to cook and you mess up, no one knows. Like, oh, it's supposed to be like that. Men who can cook's very nice. Now, I learned to cook, so I was essentially a latchkey kid in elementary school, right? I'd come home, no one home. I'd have to make food for myself. You know, sometimes it was microwave pizza. Sometimes it was, sometimes I just make pasta or whatever. Actually, I was talking with Frank the other day and describing some of the atrocities I made from, like, frozen food. So, or making, like, basically burrito casserole when I was in college. I put, like, the Tina's frozen burritos, the bean and cheese ones, I'd layer them in the casserole dish, cover it with cheese and tomato sauce, and bake it in the oven until everything was like melty and crispy.
One night.
On mark. And I remember, so one time I did a 100-mile bike, so a single day century, right? They call it a century. You go out and you bicycle for 100 miles.
Oh.
And I did this ride, solo century. I came back to my place. I was exhausted and so hungry. I made that dish with like 12 burritos in it, and I ate the whole thing.
12 burrito and you finish it?
Oh, they're small. They're like, but they are high calorie. And it was covered in cheese. And I threw that in the oven, took a shower, and when I got out, it was like just about ready. I threw it on my coffee table and just ate the whole thing out of the casserole.
So it's like you exercise so you can eat more?
I know. I was just so hungry after that trip. It wasn't planned to like I exercise so I could eat. I was just so hungry. I made that and I like sat on my couch watching TV and just ate that.
I think if I'm that tired, I cannot eat a lot like that. I was just like okay food.
That's the difference between me and you. A pasty pie tea is a meat pie that you bake, ground beef, pork or potatoes, rutabagas. What's a rutabag? And onions. All types of stuff I don't know about here, man. Rutabagas. They have Uber weed here. Oh, nice.
Uber weed? Really? Is it real
like
or
if
you
we had
joking?
grab weed. I can grow 12 plants, but the smell would burn out bum out my neighbors, and the temp here means I'd have to have indoor, and my wife already was complaining about one plant.
Oh, she can make a beef soup with that leaves.
Oh, Yoopers. It's if you live up in the Upper Peninsula, you're a Yooper. Yooper. He was saying I was like, what's a Yoper? He's like, Yooper. Live in the Upper Peninsula. Make extra meat pies and freeze them. My first time, Bud took me to a pasty shop in Upper Peninsula. I was with, I'm hungry, but if you want to go to a T-bar, I'm down. Upper Peninsula, meat pie shop in the Upper Peninsula. The Ooper. Hanging with the Oopers, eating the meat pies. That's probably the wrong accent. So, growing up in Rhode Island, they would make, they call French meat pies. And basically just like ground pork and beef mixed together in a pie crust, and then you eat it with ketchup. It's like just like loose beef inside a pie, and you eat with ketchup. Just like pad thai ketchup. Yeah, it's a lot of meat though.
You want to have some cut open here?
No.
I can try with my elbow.
I like how Jim just calmly offers to slice up my forehead with elbow strikes. I think UFC this weekend, babe. I think UFC is this weekend.
No.
Try.
Why they have it so often?
Well, because the pandemic's over in America.
No, they should not stay close.
Oh,
to
Sam,
each
thank you for
other.
becoming a member, my friend. Sam has joined the Ideators.
Oh.
Thank you.
So he can update about Prashani Way. Someday we
Try.
might move there, move back
Yeah.
when we
maybe.
don't need city life.
When we retire. Or if they ever fix that damn train.
Yeah, I wish the train would just go direct to Moshit.
Chat to chat, yeah.
Jaduchak, but no. That's hurt.
Yeah. It's pretty lame.
Well,
Pretty
you know,
lame.
a Japanese fabric shop opened at Pongmoche Market. It's like, oh my god, so nice. It's like Japanese style. Like you make like
Look at
kimono.
Just says look at Facebook Messenger.
So it's like Joe and John, and then Jip and Jam, and it's like, oh, the J name is like, oh.
Jib dinner, Dana dinner. What the hell?
I think Jam might pick Dana dinner.
It depends, right? It depends what I cook. But yeah, Jam likes to. It's funny because Jam will be like, Jam is very intent, right? So she'll think about something for like 20 minutes. Like, I'll like, hey, do you want to have this? And she's like, I'll leave, I'll do something, I'll come back. She's like, yes. I'm like, what were we even talking about?
So she might like calculate something in her head.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's funny, oh, hey, do you want to have this for lunch? And
So maybe she think about other option, what else she can have, or she think like maybe should she ask me to order salmon or something?
yeah.
It can be that.
And Jib will almost always say yes to salmon.
Think about like when we just two of us live here. It's like I cannot finish the dish that I order. So with her, it's so enjoying to have partner who can eat with
Yeah.
me.
Osito says he eats exclusively Thai food when in Thailand, except I can't resist those 7-Eleven Toasties, especially ham and cheese.
Yeah, I like
Yep,
that one.
You can't get that one now, man. Those things are sold
Oh yeah,
out.
like the that section is like not many left.
Yeah, like 7-Eleven's decimated.
Last week when I go out, it's like, yeah, I just short walk to 7 near us and went to Lotus to get ground pork, and it's like 7-Eleven, no sandwich left on shelf.
Joe, thank you for the coffee, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Jam is
Joe's
cooking tonight.
No!
Well,
No one wants
she
that.
can fry egg.
Yeah, actually, but I am the best at frying eggs in the house, though.
Oh, but you use too much oil.
But that's why they're the best.
Yeah, I know, but with that, it's like almost half the bottle of oil
No,
that has
it's
to
like a
throw
cup
away.
of oil.
My, it's too much.
No.
It's waste of the food.
Now I'm going to throw the oil out before you can look at it.
No, I can fry chicken after that, at least. Make it like worth before you throw it away. Or maybe I learn how to make candle from that oil.
Oh, good. So Randy Couture today online. Randy, really? What's he up to now? Is he? I think he was working with Bellator at one point, but now I haven't seen much from him. He doesn't have a good relationship with the UFC, so you don't often see him involved at their events. I don't even think he corners fighters for the UFC anymore. 'Cause his son was fighting for a while, and then he couldn't even work with his son. Even though he's a Hall of Famer and a legend in the sport. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. It's funny, like I was just talking to my buddy last night who was like asking me about. So Jib knows this guy Setha, who we both know. Jib refers to him as the worst example of Americans. He's kind of an idiot, but nice enough guy. But he sends me a message and like asks me if I know this promotion in Thailand, this MMA promotion, and I'm like, yeah, of course I know who they are. I did commentary on their last event, and my buddy Chris, retired working for you, made a video about it, and so I sent it to him. He's like, oh yeah, they seem pretty big. I was like, is the like smallest promotion?
Why he think it's big?
I don't know. He has this weird conception about like
I feel like when he make decision or something, it's like not right.
always wrong.
I won't say it's wrong, but it's not that right.
So he was the guy. He wanted to move to Thailand and be a filmmaker. He's American, but he's like his family's Laotian. He's ethnically Laotian, and grew up in Rhode Island. I ended up getting introduced to him through another friend, like a guy who I graduated high school with, or went to high school. He was a year behind me, but we were friends. He sent me a message like, "Hey, my buddy's coming to Thailand. Can you like touch base with him?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course, Mark." And so I got in touch with him. And he came and we hung out a few times. And actually, there was one night we're at the JJ Green night market, which it used to be like a real fun, like sort of hipstery place that you could go have like some overpriced food and a few expensive beverages. But there was like live music. It was a cool spot. And he was drinking a beer, and behind him was one of the spirit houses and filled with red Fanta. Right, because all the Thai hipsters will buy the red Fanta and like ironically put it on this thing. So it's like 1,000 red Fantas on this spirit house.
Not
And
thousands, hundred.
No, but you know what I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's full.
So it's like all the vendor or the seller there will try to make the best sale
Yeah.
for the day. So they put the Fanta for at the spirit house and ox for a good sale. That's what we do for.
Yeah. And so this guy is drinking a beer, and he goes to put his beer on the spirit house, and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm done." I'm like, "Don't put your beer on the spirit house." He's like, "But look at all these bottles."
It's like, no, that's not the way you put trash.
And then he goes, before he came here, he's like, "Oh, I want to buy a camera for the trip." He's like, "But I'll buy it in Thailand because everything's cheaper there." I was like, "No, dude, cameras are way more expensive here." He's like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Cameras are so much cheaper in Asia." I had like 2 Canons at this point, 2 Canons that I filmed with. I was like, "Dude, I've bought a lot of cameras here. They're definitely more expensive." And he's like, no, you don't know. And he gets here, and he wants to buy a Panasonic GH5, and it was like 20% more than the US. He was all pissed. He's like, this doesn't seem right. It should be cheaper. I was like, a little thing called import taxes. So yeah, that's the type of person that he's a cool guy, nice enough guy, but yeah, wouldn't stake my future on his opinions. He was also recently trying to tell me he was a crypto expert, so that tells you all you need to know about him. I said this earlier, and I think you missed it, but if 7-Eleven is out of Toasties and Thailand has fallen, it is time to bounce. Yeah, there was no ham and cheese Toasties. That's for damn sure, Frank.
Sad.
When I was at the 7-Eleven on Phung Mi Nung, which like the way I ride home when I take my bike on the big loop is down Sukhumvit 85 to Phung Mi Nung, and there was like nothing in that 7-Eleven, man. It was decimated. Like that whole pre-made food section is just like no. I haven't seen the vegan baos in like a month. Which I understand. Yeah, like a month now I haven't seen them at least at the one on Phung Mi Nung. Which I understand. That's a low volume item. If you're gonna cut back on something, cut back on the vegan paos and like the vegan stuff, because like I'm the only one who buys it, right? Like it doesn't make sense for anyone else to have it. People want the ham and cheese, they want the actual burgers, but like so yesterday I'm at the what happened to your thumb? Needle? Embroidery work. So last time I'm at this one, it's got the like 1 or 2 burgers and that's it. No Toasties. This was yesterday. A couple of things of like ham. Jib's mom gave us a sandwich press.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Now I can have my one
So
ham and cheese sandwich.
So I bought like sliced ham and sliced bologna, and for Jib and Jam to make the sandwich. But yeah, it's pretty much it. It wasn't, and actually I got the last loaf of bread when I was at the 7-Eleven. The Jam wanted
Lucky.
bread. Yeah.
Because when I went, there's like nothing left on the bread shelf.
Now, the bread I think they deliver every day. So
No, I think like some say on Facebook, but I cannot confirm it's true or not. But they say they have problem with logistics because maybe staff like infected, so some of them have to like not come to work.
possible. I mean, that's what. So one of the aunties who we bought fruit from the other day told us that there's logistic issues, and that's why they're. use like some sandpaper on that skin, babe. It's rough. Jim's fingers from where she pricks herself with the needles while doing embroidery. There's literally blood, sweat, and tears in Jim's embroidery projects.
This will be nutcracker.
So there, the auntie who we got fruit from the other day, I got papaya from. She said that there's it's really slowed down for delivery and it's more expensive now. So that's why the fruit was 25 baht, not 20 baht.
Yeah. And I got like 20 baht papaya. It's so sad. It's very small. 20 baht. Like it used to be like full baht. Remember?
Yeah.
And I think with this size, like 2/3.
Yeah, it's definitely not so much. With the other auntie for 25 baht was a huge bag of fruit.
Yeah. So she didn't like reduce the amount, but she add a price.
Check your Facebook. Sam says, not so many shortages in Pachani wet 7-Elevens. Oh, that's good.
Oh, you talk about like 7-Eleven, it's just like a block,
Yeah. So, Sam, let me tell you about the big 7-Eleven on the soy that goes to the government fitness center. So, I went there one night and I bought this is during the J Festival.
So, all you guys who joke about ketchup in Pad Thai, you're welcome
Ketchup
here
pad thai sauce.
to Bangkok, and we will go to boxing gym together, ka.
So, Sam, I went to the 7-Eleven on the top of that site. It's the big one in Pachani Wet. And it was during the J Festival, so I bought a bunch of the taro rice packets that they were selling. And I went to pay, and it was like 185 baht, right? And so I give the girl 200 baht, and she gives me back 46 baht. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, it's a change car. I'm like, no, you're giving me back too much money. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, for me it's okay, but you're probably going to lose your job.
Maybe she worked long hours.
Yeah. So I was trying to explain to her that she gave me too much money, and she's arguing with me. And so I just ended up leaving the extra money and taking the coins. For some reason, she wanted to give me 40 baht extra on top of what I was supposed to get. And I ended up leaving bills. And Jim's like, what's going on? I'm like, she's giving me the wrong amount of money. And I was like, she's trying to overpay me. And Jim's like...
Or maybe engineer did wrong calculation.
It was pretty easy math.
Okay.
Pretty easy math.
Okay.
Pad Thai Toasties. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, Pad Thai Toasty.
In their sandwich
Chai.
right?
Chai. Noodles and everything inside
How
the
can
sandwich.
you choose? How can you buy in
Yeah, it'd be
a
interesting.
bite?
So Jim sent me a thing the other day of from American grocery stores, vegan Pad Thai noodle cups. I was like, even I wouldn't eat that. You know, in America, for the most part...
If some of you see it in your supermarket, please try it one and tell me
how bad
it
it
tastes.
is.
I would like to know.
So, I mean, there's places here that just use, like Jeffer, right? Is a restaurant, fast food restaurant. They just use sauce on everything.
Yeah.
So, they're not making Pad Thai.
Jeffer is a Western food.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
they
steak
serve
salad.
somtom, they serve Pad Thai there as well.
Jeffer?
Yeah, it's a mix between Thai and Western.
Oh, okay.
They serve like hamburger style steaks and then
So here, if a fast food restaurant that sell pad thai, they will have mixed sauce
yeah.
in a pot already, and then you just add
They
it.
dip
But
the noodles in it
of
and
course,
good to go.
no ketchup.
There might be ketchup.
No. Here we have lots of tamarind.
Yeah, tamarind's the best thing. I mean,
Tamarind juice.
yeah. Pad Thai. I think we need to get the Pad Thai Toasties.
Nine.
Just waiting for things to ease up. I'm going to overdose on real Thai food the whole time I'm there, right? How can you not, man? I remember the first time I came to Asia, just the explosion of flavors is so different than what you're used to in the West. And my first time in Thailand is everything you just want to eat. It's so good, things that you see and you're just I probably wouldn't eat that in the West, but some auntie cooking it on a piece of wood on the floor at a market, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. It's. I mean, most of you guys have been here or have some experience with Thailand. It's the flavors that you get from the food here are just out of this world. It's so good, so good, and like every street market you go to, the smells are just like overwhelming, and it's just like, wow, like especially when they're cooking stuff like fresh, and
I don't know. Maybe it's a different like remember Al? He doesn't like.
Oh yeah, mango sticky
mango
rice.
sticky
Yeah, which is kind of
rice.
crazy. My buddy Al was like freaked out by mango sticky rice, which I think is the greatest food ever.
Right. So maybe like when we say, "Oh, this food is so good," but when you come to try it, you may hate it.
Yeah.
But John, you should try khao kruk kapi.
Hey Kim, what's up? I think the other thing with the difference from American style, like in America, you eat Thai food at a restaurant for the most part, or you get takeaway and you bring it home. Right here, you go to the street market, which is a visceral experience. That you get is that tom yum.
It's Mama, it's Thai brand.
Oh, Mama Pad
So
Thai.
it's a instant noodle.
Yeah, Pad Thai.
Pad
instant-
Thai. So I think this one, it might be like you add hot water into the noodle and then you pour the water out, and when there's like it's just like cooked noodle, and then you add a seasoning and just stir it.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
a kind of a dry noodle, not a soup noodle.
So one of the things I noticed from instant noodle is here, instant noodles almost always come with a oil packet to add oil to the soup and make it like a different mouthfeel. I don't ever remember instant noodles having that in the U.S. John says, go to a Japanese restaurant here and almost all owned by Koreans. Go to a Thai place and almost always Chinese owned. Yeah, same in Ohio. And there was a
Japanese
few.
restaurant owned
Yeah, same in Rhode Island
Korean.
too.
Thai owned by Chinese.
Chai. Same in Rhode Island, same in Ohio.
So John, maybe when you go to Thai restaurant, you greeting with Thai words. สวัสดีครับ
So I was at
สวัสดี
a
ครับวันนี้มีอะไรกินบ้าง Then they will bring you secret item if they Thai.
or they freak out because they don't know Thai.
Yes, and then you know wow, you come to the wrong restaurant. Okay, no.
So there was
Go
one
back.
restaurant in Cleveland, I think it was called Thai Charm or Charm Thai in Parma that was actually owned by a Thai family, and they had really good food. And if you speak a little bit of Thai to them, they'll hook it up. Stuff that's not on the menu, like, oh, you want real som tom? Okay, not this. Oh, thank you, babe. Not this bullshit white person som tom. Or you want real pad thai? Okay, not this ketchup pad thai. Because in Ohio, if you're not making that style food, no one's gonna buy it. It's super. I'm sure it's the same in Michigan. Like for you, John, or for like Mike who lives in Detroit. Like you guys have been to Asia, like you know what the real food tastes like. But like for most people have not, right? And like the idea of fish sauce freaks them out.
So then don't blame Thai when
Yeah.
we put ketchup on pizza.
No, that's wrong in every culture. But the point is like, for like people who have been here, you know the real flavor, and you go to the American restaurant and American Thai restaurant, probably owned by a Chinese family, just because Thai food's popular at the moment, right? And for them, it's like, yeah, we buy the recipes pre-made, add everything together, send it out. But the real difference is the experience, the very visceral experience of going to a street food market, smelling the food, seeing it be made, like interacting with the seller, like, and knowing that like this uncle specializes in pad thai,
Then
this auntie makes donuts.
Go to Yawarat
Yeah, I mean,
nighttime.
yeah, but I mean, like that's the visceral experience of it.
Yeah.
Whereas in America, it's go to the restaurant, place an order, they bring it out. It's very pretty, and pad thai's got chicken and shrimp and like, it's very different experience. Whereas
different.
here, like you go and you're like, yeah, I want this pad thai, and like, oh, no egg for me, and they throw it on the big cast iron flat thing, make it, throw it in a piece of wax paper, send it home with you, and it's perfect. Or with sometimes you joke around like, oh yeah, pet mock, and like, psh. Like you guys saw the photo on the community tab. I ordered Somtum Pet Mock. It was red. It was so good. Don't get me wrong, it's delicious. I ate all of it. But the next day my butt hurt. For sure. For sure. So, there's the food itself, or like the crispiness of the pork. The pork comes out of the oil and they're chopping it right there on that wooden cutting board. And it's just
pork.
and the smell, the crispy, like you hear the crispiness of the skin as he's cutting it. Like those are those visceral moments that you want to enjoy. Yeah. Oh, Kim says they got gold in badminton. Nice.
Oh yes, Alex. Last name is like Altonson something. I saw him when he's still like young.
Yeah.
Like in the game, he's like not have experience him as a Chinese player, but now he beat the Chinese guy.
Yeah, it was a huge game. I saw the highlights of that one on YouTube. Yeah, we'll let you know where to eat when you're here, John. I'll take you out to a few places too. We'll have a good time.
I will show you my favorite show. I don't know you will like it or not, but I like it.
I think John will eat just about. I think he's a pretty adventurous eater.
Do you like to eat brain? I have pig brain soup if you want to try.
Mama Instant Pad Thai Noodle, 2.5 ounces each, pack of 10. Holy crap.
Huh? Wait.
500 baht.
Pack of 10 baht.
500 baht.
But still 50 baht per serving ใช่ไหม
For Mama.
Yeah. But it's important.
Yeah, but we get a pack of Mama.
I never see that pad Thai here, no? Maybe
Never the pad Thai, but get the tom yum.
ใช่ But he sent photo of the pad Thai ไง
The pad Thai, the tom yum is like what, 58 baht for 20?
Huh? It's like 6 baht per
bag,
small
yeah.
bag.
Yeah, some really good Olympic stuff going on. I'm not a huge fan of the OIC. I think the Olympics. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Hello, Gordon.
Hi, so funny.
Oh, this one says there's no ketchup. So if you guys have actually seen this episode, this chef, his name is.
I don't know.
I
can't remember.
Yeah. But he looked at Gordon and he said, "This is very delicious, but this is not pad Thai." There's no ketchup. That's good. Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of the OIC. I think the Olympic Committee is kind of gross in a lot of ways. Like the things they do, I feel like they exploit the athletes, and they feel that they can because there is not many platforms for a lot of those sports. But the athletes themselves are amazing in the Olympics. I saw the hurdles, the 100-meter hurdles the other day, or 300-meter hurdles, and the guy from I want to say Norway set the new world record, like blew it out of the water, and the world record in this hurdle event had lasted for like 26 years, and he just decimated it.
What is that?
It was hurdles, like when you run and jump over So he had been this record had been like 46-6 or something like that for years. So him and the guy from America, the second place silver medalist, they both broke the old world record in this run.
Yo!
That's how crazy it was.
Are they tall?
No, they're not super tall.
Are they slim?
Yeah, of course.
So maybe they fly.
But I mean, like for the first two people, like to simultaneously break the old world record, the American set an American record. And the Norwegian got gold. It was crazy.
This is John.
Ketchup does not go on pizza. Damn right. You're goddamn right. No ketchup on pizza. I did that the other day, and the owner looked at me like I was insane. Great Thai food in Hollywood. Legit boat noodle soup. Lap pla duk.
ลาบปลาดุกเหรอ
Duk.
catfish ลาบปลาดุก
Funny, the best Thai chef in the U.S. is Farang Andy Richard. Oh, nice. So yeah, I've heard a lot of things about LA Thai food. Like they have Thai Town. A couple of my friends in LA say like they're like, oh, it's really good. I wonder what it's like compared to Thailand. But my buddy Uncle Bobby, who lives in LA, he lives in Thailand, but his base was in LA in the US. He says like you go to the Thai restaurants in LA and it's like straight up like Thai food.
maybe many Thais live there
And he said they even have like Thai massage places, like legit Thai massage.
and Thai therapists
Yeah, they have the fucking they have the stick. You know, they dig it in. So you would go there for foot massage and they get in there with the stick and like break up all the cartilage.
I miss for massage
Hey Dan, thank you for swinging by, brother. Eric says, I haven't been to a movie theater since seeing Blade Runner 2049 2021, but might go to see the Anthony Bourdain doc tomorrow. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. We saw Blade Runner at Scala.
yeah
Oh, man. It was,
what's the last movie we watched in Scala
well, no, it wasn't the last.
not the last but what was the last
So we had tickets to go see The Graduate.
yes and never
And
they postponed
closed,
it
Yeah.
because of that COVID started the
Yeah.
first time and keep postponed until like no
Out of
they said like
business.
we can bring ticket and claim the money back.
Yeah.
Well, it's like no, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's like $100 baht each.
120
Yeah.
is like a special Sunday movie.
And that money goes to the. It doesn't go to Scala really. It goes to the Cinema Foundation.
It's like okay,
Yeah.
no problem with that money, but we just missed opportunity
Yeah.
to watch that in Scala last time.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
I think with the last movie we went
They
to.
have
it's-
some.
Yeah, we went the month before. What your mom was with us, right? The month before, we went to see
What was that?
one of the classic movies at Scala.
Yeah, Sunday.
So once a month, Scala used to show like not Scala, but the Cinema Foundation of Thailand, Cinema History Foundation, used to show a classic movie at Scala
Yeah.
every Sunday. And so like most of the time, Jib and I would go
And
together.
we like to get
Yeah,
like the seat
yeah.
to beat one guy that he
He would always try to.
he came and he like the same chair.
Yeah.
It's like no, this
We
month
got
we
it.
will beat him.
It'd show up like 8 a.m. to buy my ticket.
Yeah,
so I could,
wait
like,
at like I want this.
But yeah, like I saw the Abyss there, Big Boss, what the Kubrick movie.
Psycho movie อ่ะ
So we saw Psycho, but we
ไม่
also
ใช่
saw
Work-
The
Clockwork
Shining, The Shining,
Orange.
and then Clockwork Orange. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking
That's a
about.
psycho. I don't
No, about this. We saw Shining also.
Yes, tiny.
And then you saw what was the
My Fair Lady?
My Fair Lady, yeah, with your mom, and yeah, there's a bunch of just really good ones and like really enjoyable. And then 2001: A Space Odyssey, great movie. Yeah, a lot of we were planning to see The Gentleman, which we still haven't seen. Was like the movie that was open the week that was opening the week we were gonna go back, and it was gonna also that weekend was gonna be The Graduate, and then they closed and The Gentleman never opened, and that was the last poster inside Scala as well. It was The Gentleman. I'm down trying new foods. Heck, haven't eaten squirrel brains. I've eaten squirrel brains and liked it. You know, I mean, you're a Kentucky boy, right? So brains probably kind of a normal thing. Don't they make pig brain soup like a stew with like pig spine and stuff in Kentucky? 400. Oh, it was the 400 meter. Thank you, Kim. 400 meter hurdle. Yeah, that was an amazing race. And then when you hear at the end that the first and second place finishers beat the previous world record that stood for over 20 years. Like, to think about the level, these two guys, and they're both young, they're both like mid-20s. And so the fact that these guys are both competing at this high level already, and they're there pushing each other is kind of awesome. Yeah, here I had a PR that was 0.76 better than his previous 400 PR. Wow. Man, yeah. Again, awesome race. When I watch that, it's funny because like I don't watch running. Like I don't follow it as a sport, but you see like those races and like the drama that happens at the finish, not knowing anything about the sport, not knowing anything about the runners, and watching that, and like you're on the edge of your seat. Like it's so enthralling. I mean, it's amazing. Patrick, I couldn't ever live in a country if I didn't love the local food. Big fan of turkey, but the food is not for me. Yeah, I have a few friends who are the same way. Bangkok is in luck. That's true. That's a good one. Let me see. Yeah, like,
from Joe, from John, it's like both of them send photo to me.
Where did that go? I lost it.
พี่หมีนะลองแชทไหมลองแชท this is John this is Joe ค่ะ
Okay. I hit something and like shifted on my thumb. Bangkok is in lockdown.
Where to get this suit? We may need it.
But yeah, the something about the Olympics, man, it's great. But yeah, I agree with you. Like the local food has to be fantastic. To me, nothing better than local Thai food, man. It's having grown up on the East Coast too, is like nothing more different than Thai food, you know. Great place, Khanom Thai, that makes their own
Khanom
Thai
Thai.
street snacks. Very good, all Thai owned, great Thai grocery store.
Oh.
No small eggplants to be found.
Yeah. ขนมไทย is like Thai snack.
Yeah, so that must be an LA spot, right, Osita? Got to see a Godzilla movie in Tokyo. That was I bet that would be pretty epic.
นี่ไง photo
It's just like the
sent
whole
to me.
experience. Like I've seen, so. Oh, nice. So we were lucky enough that my friend David brought us to the red carpet for one of his movies as his guest. And so like to be at a movie premiere for a movie like one of your best friends is in Thailand, like it's a Thai movie, and it was a strange ass movie.
Yeah. The way they edit the movie
Yeah.
is like not make sense.
Especially like it felt like the ending was rushed. And then when David told us afterwards, like there was so much more they shot that they
Yeah.
didn't use for the ending that would have made it make more sense. That was a little weird.
ใช่
But yeah, like that was kind of a cool experience to be on the red carpet, like the press junket, and be able to watch the movie with the director and the actors, like sitting next to like the stars of the movie. And it was funny because one of the guys who we were sitting next to, nice guy, I think the French guy, Georgie is his name.
I can't remember.
And he was telling us like he was originally cast in one of the role of the husband for the lead actress, but the director wanted his friend to play that role instead, and so he was like, yeah, okay. And like as he's telling us that, like one of the scenes that pops up is that guy has a full frontal nudity scene, and like is trying to masturbate and can't get to work and starts punching his own junk. And I was like, Georgie, was that in the script when you read for it? And but then we were wondering, like, how do they get away with that from the Thai censors? Because there's a lot of nudity in that movie.
I think because it's a press.
Yeah, premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but when like it's a pay ticket, is a maybe cut that part.
Yeah, because the
out.
girl was topless in that movie too.
Is that?
Yeah, not her, but the other girl, like the secondary
I
girl
can't remember.
at the cult house. But yeah, it's called
To see the back is okay, but
Yeah.
not to see the front.
So it's called Samui Song. But yeah, they did say that was the Venice Film Festival cut of the movie. So, but yeah, Samui Song we were at the premiere for that. It was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing experience. And also like, it's funny, like David's like a very, very passionate actor, and to see him like really pour himself into the role and be in it and be part of it is kind of cool. And like really like, dive into it. But the funny thing was that was filmed like 5 years before we saw it, because they filmed it and then edited it and then they submitted it to like a bunch of film festivals, and they wanted to premiere it at Venice, and they were a year away, and crazy. Oh yeah, nothing like hillbilly Indian cooking. Nothing goes to waste. All tastes so good. Yeah. Hillbillies will eat anything, right?
So that means John can eat my cooking, right?
Oh, they're talking about, what do you say here? But over here, the western side, from about 50 miles east of Lexington. Oh, they're talking about where they're at in Illinois, Kentucky area. Sito, the Ranch 99 Market and Hawaii Supermarket have small eggplants for Gang Kiwan.
แกงเขียวหวาน
That's what I said.
แกงเขียวหวาน
Nice. Yeah, not found the copperheads or timber rattlers either. I'll talk about the snakes now. I was to the Euro opening on Jaws in 1976. Oh, that's cool. 1976. Jaws is such an iconic movie. I'll definitely. One of the funniest things in Jaws that I was reading about. Pad Thai is ready. What do you mean? There's no catch. I like that it's in the microwave. One of the things that I thought was so crazy about Jaws was that they had trouble with the shark, and that's why you don't see it so much. Is that it had mechanical issues, but that's what made the movie so great, right? Kim is like the lack of like the suspense built from not seeing the shark head on all the time. Also, it was kind of cheesy looking, so it probably helped that.
It's 1976. It's the first one.
Yeah. He correct. He said 75.
I can't remember if it was the story about. I know it's a shark.
It's a shark that
But
eats people at the beach in Massachusetts.
Oh, it's in US.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, there's one funny scene from.
and is that like the son of the leading guy kind of like gonna get killed by a shark or something in that movie?
I don't remember I just remember.
I can't
I want to
remember.
need a bigger boat. In Samui song, the Thai movie, there was one of the actresses who was the main actress in this movie was well known as a TV actress, as a Logan actress, which is like soap operas here. And so she played a version of herself almost. And she played an actress that was married to a cult leader or a guy who was in a cult, and she was an actress on TV shows. And they had scenes in the movie where she was acting really bad on the TV show. Remember that? And like the dialogue was so cheesy. And then it was a lot of self-aware moments in the movie, like a lot of fourth wall breaks where the other one was like she was reading for a part in a movie and they were supposed to be with the director that directed that movie that we were watching. And her and her friend were complaining about how weird that director was. And no one watches his movies, so why would you want to be in it? So like some interesting self-aware moments. Eating Auntie's cooking. Do I have a vaccine for that? You might need one.
My, you need like what is when you have diarrhea?
The carbon.
You need carbon.
Yeah. I guess see Star Wars when it first came out in the 70s completely blew us away. Oh man, I wish I could have been to the original Star Wars showing. Hey, Soy Mafia, what's up? Morning, but better to see Shining or Silence of the Lambs.
Silent of the Lambs.
Yeah, we didn't get to see Silence at Scala. We did see The Shining though. We saw The Shining at Scala. Such a good movie. They showed a lot of Kubrick. I think whoever runs the Theater History Society in Thailand loves Kubrick because they always showed at least 2 of his movies every year. So 2 out of 12 are Kubrick. I think you didn't even want to see Clockwork Orange, right? After you watched the trailer with the big penis thing, you were like, nope. Clockwork Orange is a great movie though.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
They got a new shark for the Jaws attack at Universal Studios tour.
Oh?
Was it the original shark at one point? Excuse me, guys. I'm a mess. No, I feel after that sneeze, I feel so much better.
How?
Yeah, it was all blocked up.
Should I spray you with alcohol?
No. Yeah, I think the thing about the shark, man, is like the fact that you didn't see it really made Jaws for me. I think it was funny. My parents wouldn't let me watch Jaws when I was a kid.
Why?
I have no idea.
Do you live next to the sea?
What? Grew up in Rhode Island, so yeah.
And is it warm enough for you to go into the water?
Half the year.
Oh, half a year. That's good.
Yeah, Shining is great. Such a great movie. Full Metal Jacket's another good Kubrick film. That's probably my favorite Kubrick.
So, we are three persons here in the house, stuck together. Will we do The Shining?
We're not in the middle of like a snowed-in resort, so don't worry.
Okay.
Babe, you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
No.
Probably.
Is it Vietnam War?
Yeah.
No, that's why.
Oh, you don't like Vietnam War movies?
Yeah.
So, The Shining is Full Metal Jacket is probably my favorite Kubrick film, and actually, also like probably one of Vincent D'Onofrio's best performances, and he's an amazing method actor. But that performance as Gomer Pyle with Kubrick's directing, and the way the movie really depicts war is so phenomenal. Versus like the conditioning for war.
I don't like war movie.
It depends on the movie. There's different types of war movie.
If I have a choice, I won't watch it.
Last two movies I saw were Avatar, and live show done by locals, Rocky Horror Picture. I hate Avatar. I think it's such a bad movie.
No, I like it. It's so like, fantasy.
Yeah, but it's like the story is so one-dimensional, right? There's no character development.
Do you know it's for entertain, not for study?
So, but I mean, like, for one of the highest-grossing movies in the world, it's so bad.
People want to get out of the reality for just 2 hours. Is that okay?
I'd like to do it with a decent story. Look, was it beautiful? Was it groundbreaking at the time? Yes. I mean, they're coming out with parts 2 and 3. I'll probably see parts 2 and 3. But Avatar as a movie sucked. Like, from a movie perspective, the plot was bad. The story was bad. The character development was bad.
I'm
a James Cameron fan. I think James Cameron has made some of the greatest movies ever. Avatar is not one of them. I also don't think Titanic was a great movie. Right? It's a great chick flick. But his documentary on Titanic was better than the movie.
DiCaprio's so handsome in that one.
Every
Thai girls want to be Rose.
I wouldn't
and
argue.
Stand in front of...
That was probably peak handsomeness for DiCaprio.
Yeah.
For sure. But not his best movie either. Again, I don't think Titanic... It's epic in ways that movies should be. And... Excuse me.
Maybe I have to burn you now.
Possible. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. Wow.
Yay!
Oh, no.
I already take shower, nah. Boy.
Let's see if that gets everything out. Sorry, guys.
Maybe you should use saline to clean your nose.
Yeah, possible.
I don't need that because I don't sneeze.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I like James Cameron. I just don't think. Oh.
So this is when you say bad to the greatest director.
He's not the greatest director. Not even close. Yeah, so again, like, I'm not a fan of Avatar, not a fan of Titanic. Call me crazy. Just not his best work.
Crazy.
Yeah, come on. Alien, yeah. Aliens.
Aliens I like.
Absolutely amazing. Aliens.
I like.
Terminator, amazing.
But the later one is not that great for me.
Yeah, the Prometheus and everything.
Prometheus I like, but Aliens versus Predator.
Resurrection?
Aliens
versus Predator. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it should be good, but no.
Schindler's List was banned in Thailand because it had a nude scene.
Not sure.
And then the last couple of years has been a strong admiration for Hitler in Thai youth. There was at Chula, they had the Hitler banner. And then,
Yeah, สวัสดิการ sign.
yeah.
And they wear, like, I don't know where they get the custom made uniform.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird, this love for admiration for Hitler. It's in Thailand, of all places.
and they call themselves rebel.
Yeah. Very strange.
Like, oh, please read history book, you know. Well, maybe they like the Nazi uniform because it's well made. The design. It's like
Not that
Hugo Boss.
good.
Like how they look.
The symbolism of the
Not a symbol, but I
I'm
mean
saying,
the
like,
uniform.
the symbolism of it alone diminishes the design. Soy Mafia wants to know, are you familiar with Alfred Hitchcock movies?
What is that, Alfred?
Oh,
I know the name, but I cannot match to the movie.
Birds is a good one. Psycho was that.
Oh, Psycho, okay. But I can't remember the whole story of the first one. I think that time it's a black and white movie. What's that?
Yeah, black and white.
Oh.
Craig said he was high as fuck watching Avatar. It was glorious. High, probably the only way you could watch that movie.
Is that better when you get high and watch that?
For Avatar, it's the only way it would make sense. I just like sitting for so long for the movies. See, the long, I like long movies, but like, it depends on where I'm sitting, too. Yeah, Avatar was too long for its weak-ass story. Sorry, guys. Do you guys like Tenet? I think Tenet, a lot of people hate on Tenet. I think it's a great movie. Like, I've watched it probably 5 times now. Thanos, John Wick survived the snap, so his dog didn't. That's good. Yeah, I think that Tenet, probably one of the best sci-fi movies the past couple decades.
Not Interstellar?
Interstellar is the best sci-fi movie the last couple decades.
And what about Tenet?
One of the best.
Oh, one of. Okay.
Yeah. So where were we at here? John Wick's a great action movie. Fast-paced. You know, actually has decent... I would say John Wick has better character development and exists in a better developed universe than Avatar, for sure. And John
the
Wick...
guy, like, go kill people for his dog?
Yeah, but the whole thing about the hotel and the society, and it's really good.
Yeah.
The coins, like there's law and everything built in there, and of course it's got Keanu. How can you hate it? I actually, you know what's funny? I like the 47 Ronin despite the cheesy aspects.
I like
even though so many
that
people
too.
hate that.
I like 47 Ronin also.
Any Thai movie recommendations like The Last Life in the Universe? Richard, I would recommend Countdown is probably the best Thai thriller ever. And Thais do horror and thriller better than almost anyone. And then the Thai version of The Promise. One of the best movies you will ever see, for sure. If you want comedy horror, PMAC.
PMAC. PMAC พระโขนง
Yeah, PMAC Prakanong. We actually have a video where we went to that temple in Prakanong. And but that movie's hilarious. Not a great
It's
movie.
made from like
Old
the story,
ghost story, yeah.
Yes, the story that everyone know, but they show
PMAC! PMAC!
you have to say พี่มากค่ะ
PMAC!
and like, there will be like the scene at like แม่นาค the ghost she will stand at the pier in front of the house
and cry for
and like
PMAC.
hold the baby and like calling for her husband. That type.
Yeah.
But this version, I don't think they have it.
Yeah. I would, no, they did. There was that scene in PMOC
Do they have it?
Chat Crap.
Okay.
It was kind of like in the middle. It's
Oh.
like a flashback. But yeah, I would definitely, Countdown, amazing movie. I think it's from 2005 or
It's
2010.
long.
2010. Amazing movie. Absolutely amazing movie. Probably the best, like I said, the best thriller Thailand has ever made. And the Thai version of The Promise, the original version.
Shutter, right?
Shutter, yeah.
Shutter and The Promise.
Yeah. But The Promise is just like on another level. Shutter's good, but The Promise is on another level from that. It's so, so good. Other than that, like, I can't really think of anything else.
We don't really watch a Thai comedy,
Yeah.
like a romantic. No.
I've seen a few Thai romantic comedies. They're not good.
I don't even watch a Hollywood romantic comedy.
Yeah. So, there's a short film. I'll see if I can find it. I'll throw the link in the community tab later if I can. That that my friend David is in, and with my other friend's brother Pinoy. They're in this together, and then fucking Hero, who's a Thai rapper, is in this short as well. It's just the three of them, and it's so good. And it's almost like, I would argue David and Pinoy probably like the best two actors in Thailand. So
Pinoy is a good singer too.
he's an amazing singer, and he dancer. He's a great dancer. We went to the Sukasol family fundraiser 2 years ago. Obviously, we couldn't go last year because of the
Last year,
pandemic.
yeah, and this year maybe still no.
Yeah, but and they do, the whole family is like musical and everything, and so Pinoy sings amazingly well, dances like really well, has great stage presence, but he's a phenomenal actor. And so there's this short movie with David and Pinoy, and there's this scene where they're at the table like talking back and forth, and it feels like the scene from Heat, where it's the first scene ever where Robert De Niro and Al Pacino are at this cafe together and they're acting across from each other. It's like got that type of intensity and those types of stakes because they're both such great actors. And I think that's what's like phenomenal about it. If I can find that short, I'll find that short and I'll post it.
Another movie.
Yeah.
Body 19.
Body 19, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's old. I think that time I still in university. That long ago.
Joe asked, what's our favorite movies?
Pretty Woman.
Point Break.
Pretty Woman. Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
Not a bad movie. It's just not
I
my
like
favorite
it.
movie.
And you now my Richard Gere?
I guess I am. A little bit balder, a little bit fatter. A little bit less limo. Maybe I'm more of the Jason Alexander from that movie.
Who?
He's the short, chubby guy who was in Seinfeld, the bald one. His assistant or co-worker.
Oh, the one that the lawyer?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Just joking. That's not a bad movie. It's just not a movie I like so much. For
It's
me,
like cheesy for you?
yeah. Point Break is probably one of my favorite movies of all time with Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, directed by Kathleen Bigelow. Fantastic action movie. Good pacing, good story overall. Like as far as like a sit down kind of like popcorn movie, it'd be Point Break. Blade Runner, the final edit, Blade Runner, the director's cut, the ultimate cut, I think they call it. Probably my favorite movie ever is that Blade Runner, easily. And then Interstellar would be my modern sci-fi favorite.
I like zombie movie.
Oh, the double tap one that we.
Whatever, zombie.
Zombie World, yeah.
Whatever zombie. I watch it. Like World
Any
War
zombie,
Z. Yeah. Any zombie movie, I will watch it.
Yeah, Richard
Dawn
says
of the Dead.
Thai TV is fairly prudish about nudity. I was watching the Amy Adams Children Princess movie, and they were pixelating her cleavage,
What's the cleavage mean?
like just like the top of the boobs.
Oh yes. Even like like a TV show, if like the gas where is too low, they have to like blur this.
Yeah. Wife and I just been watching. Oh, Mandalorian was a great series. Both, and I can't wait for the next season. Plus the Book of Fett coming
Is
out.
that part of Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Too much for me.
Interstellar, yeah, best sci-fi movie for sure. Like that is the best sci-fi movie as far as.
I think this is still easier to understand compared to Tenet.
Tenet's different. Tenet.
It's like,
So I watched this this video essay the other day on Tenet, and it hit all the points that I really feel about it. Like Interstellar is a movie you have to watch multiple times as well.
if
But-
you understand physics, it's okay.
Yeah, and like I'm okay at physics. Like it was never my best subject, but I had to go back and do a lot of reading about different aspects in it just to make sure that I fully understood everything. Tenet is a bit more of like a. Tenet's a bit more of a mind fuck in the whole the linear time travel back and forth, the inversion, the all of that. Whereas Interstellar is just this great story of Earth and interstellar travel in time and playing with time. And I think that's one of the great things about Nolan's sci-fi features is if you look at Interstellar, you look at Inception, and you look at Tenet,
Or Heyday.
the manipulation of time is so important in all of those. So fantastic.
Maybe I'm going back in time and look younger every year.
Man, you're the Benjamin Button of time women. Suburban Beard, what's up, Josh?
Oh,
A great
Josh.
horror movie is Hard Target too.
What?
Josh is saying
What?
that because I'm in that movie.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
That's where I met David. Was on set at that movie. Yeah, guys, if if you can find it on a streaming service somewhere, Hard Target 2, I'm in that. See if you can find me in that movie or not.
Who cannot find you?
First time I seen RHPS was 17 on video. My jaw dropped. RHPS?
What is that?
I don't know. What's RHPS? Yeah, I agree. Everyone agrees that Interstellar was awesome. Hellraiser was cheesy, but it was fun, right? I think like
Hellraiser?
it's a American like a horror movie in the same vein as Jason or Friday the 13th.
Is that the Pinhead?
Yeah,
Oh, I just remember the Pinhead. I didn't remember the name of the movie as a Hellraiser. So yeah, I watched that one.
yeah, yeah.
That's before Saw.
Yeah, before
So-
Saw changed that
So-
genre.
That movie is like that time when it's out at the theater. I think people critique like, should we have it here? Like, put it on screen. The kids can go and watch it.
For sure, it's a kids' movie. It's so outrageous. How can it not be a kids' movie?
It's all the blood, like
It's so
cut
fake.
something.
Everyone knows it's fake.
I know, but like that time when I, like, I don't know how long ago.
Like 60 years ago. So no choking. So one of the probably the greatest horror movie. It's not the greatest horror movie, but for me the most stress-inducing, suspenseful movies was The Descent. I remember seeing that with my buddy Percy. We went to the theater to see it because he's a big horror movie guy. And I was never like, I like horror movies, but I like the cheesy ones, like Hellraiser, like
Why
Friday
is
the
he
13th.
see
Just like the fact that it's like over the top. Everything about it's over the top. It's good, cheesy in the best possible
So
way.
what about the Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, like cheesy. Just because,
No.
especially Freddy's dialogue is always so over the top. But here's the thing. Descent was so stress-inducing because it's claustrophobic, it's dark, the lighting's bad. Such a good movie in that regard. But I would say that Saw changed that horror movie genre completely. I mean, what a masterpiece the original Saw was, and the whole anthology of Saw. Tiger King? Is that the Netflix thing? Oh, Chinese?
Tiger King.
Wasn't that the name of
Is
the
that-
Chinese the Netflix documentary? Tiger King
Huh?
with the guy with the mullet, Joe Exotic. Do Thais have a sense of humor? Oh yeah, Thai comedy's very slapstick like.
Joe, why you ask Dana? I'm Thai นะ
Soy Mafia says something in Thai. Hellraiser. Da, 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 da.
So she asked about like a few days ago. She saw your som tam. Is that spicy?
Pet Mark. Pet Mark. A Roy Mark though.
I can't try.
Flashback to that movie. Which movie? What was Joe talking about?
FK. Oh, eh,
What?
it's an abbreviation.
Oh, for.
FK and grape. It's like, what is that? Oh, okay, I understand.
Oh, fucking great.
He typed abbreviation. Why you have to read it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait.
What are you doing?
Looking for where I was. Here we are. Love of Siam, Thai movie. I don't
รัก
know
แห่
that.
งสยาม It's like, oh, the guy in พี่มาก
Ah,
he is the leading character in that movie as a high school boy.
oh, yeah.
That one. I didn't watch it.
Blade Runner.
Sorry.
Josh, what are you talking about?
Oh, I want to see you fly with Dana.
Josh, are we even friends anymore, Josh? Oh my God. Interstellar shot in 5070, yeah.
What is that? 50?
It's the format. Like the film format, because it was an IMAX movie. Because
Good for IMAX?
Nolan shoots everything IMAX. Not everything, but his most recent films IMAX. It makes, like, we saw Dunkirk in IMAX 70.
Yes.
And it makes such a difference. Like, I saw Dunkirk a second time at Scala. And it's so much more claustrophobic. Yeah. Blade Runner absolutely rocked it. Yeah, Blade Runner is a great movie. Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
What is
One
that?
where
Rocky
Meatloaf
Horror.
gets... Rocky Horror Picture Show is like a classic, like... it's like a movie, like, but it's very interactive. Like, I've been a few times. I don't really get into it.
So it's a show? Like every week show?
No,
that
it's a
kind?
movie, but like people will do it as a play, or sometimes they show the movie and people also act out the scenes. Tang Di Fang Kao.
Tong Di. อะไรอะ Is it a Thai movie?
The Omega Man, 1971. I don't know that
ทอง
one.
ดีเดี๋ยว
Yeah, I got sucked into the
ทองดี
Mandalorian.
ฟันขาว Why
Well,
พี่หมี you don't read it out. My brain get confused by your accent นี่ไงบัวขาว
was that Bokao?
ใช่นี่ไง
Jim and I have met Bokao. Nice. Is Bokao a good actor? I bet
I
no.
don't know. I didn't watch
But he
it.
can kick some ass.
Oh, think about the fight scene, boxing
Yeah.
scene, something.
Jim and I have met Bokao a few times.
พี่บัว Now he sell ปลาร้านะ You can order from him.
Nice. Logan's Run. Yeah, Logan's Run is a great movie. Absolutely. Soylent Green.
Huh? What is that?
Soylent, it's an old sci-fi movie. Great movie about the like sort of a post-apocalyptic world, or like a authoritarian future, dystopian future.
You mean now?
Dana was more ripped than the actor. It was just bigger. I wasn't more ripped. No, Scott Adkins was ripped. He's in amazing shape for that movie. Like you can tell he spends a lot of time, and like before every scene, like we shot that fight scene that I was in for a whole day, like 18 hours. Every single scene before, because we shot the weigh-ins, and we shot the like the whole fight, and then the end of that scene, stuff they didn't use. But
They didn't use.
yeah, they did like a whole monologue for him afterwards, and like a whole scene of him sitting there, and like we gave him his bag, and he was crying, and then the guy.
And it's not in the movie.
No.
Ah.
But Scott is like before every single shot, he would be doing push-ups and squats and burpees to get a good pump, so that he looked great for every shot. And like for 18 hours, he was doing this, like nonstop.
Not tired?
He just kept working. He had been shooting for 30 days straight.
Oh.
This was day 32 of
Oh my God.
32, so the last shooting day.
Yeah.
So keep like the commitment he had on that movie set to like just look good, perform good, and like he would watch like the fight scenes with the director, and like him and the director would discuss like, oh, should we shoot it again this way or make it look like this, or you know there were scenes where like he was getting like thrown. He's like, oh, I don't like it. Let me do it again. Like he was putting himself through the paces, and like the commitment to like getting a good fight scene. You know, and look, it's not a blockbuster movie. It was direct to Pirate Bay, right? Someone sent me a copy of the movie 2 weeks before it was released, so like it wasn't like a fantastic film, a marvel of cinema, but his commitment to every role is like that. He looks like that. He works out, and he, like I said, he was exercising to get that pump before every scene. That's why he never looks flat in that movie. Like he always looks jacked, and he was doing that for 30 days.
Even he stand next to you.
Yeah, he just looks smaller than me, but he's jacked. He's muscular. And the funny thing is, they were supposed to be fighting at like. There was supposed to be a welterweight fight in the movie, but they printed the wrong weight, like 185. But in reality, he only weighs like 150. And so that's why I was originally supposed to be the referee, and the director was like, "You're a little too big to be the referee."
You're just a little too big.
Yeah, he's like, "Would you mind to just be the corner man?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Same pay for the same day." And like I would have made them look so small. It would have been ridiculous.
That would be funny, like older fighter smaller than you.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Blade Runner Alley in Bangkok? What's Blade Runner Alley, Richard? I don't know.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know this. This is new to me, Richard, so please...
Explain.
Yeah, please explain, because I will do it.
Is that in the movie?
Okay, so they say RHPS, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. To Android's dream of electric sheep, uncut will always be number one. So far ahead of its time, yeah. The Android dream of electric sheep is Blade Runner. That's the book. I have the book on the bookshelf. It's the book that Blade Runner was based on.
Oh, okay.
John Carpenter's The Thing. The Thing was a good movie. Do you guys remember?
I like the first one.
Do you guys remember a horror sci-fi movie from the 90s called The Stuff? It might have been from the 80s. It was about this, it looked like fluff. They were mining it and feeding it to people, and the fluff was like a parasite would take over the body.
E.
It was cheesy.
Why you eat parasite?
It looked like marshmallow fluff.
E.
Exodus, 1973, scariest movie I've seen.
I like that
That's a
one
good
too.
movie. Great movie. Scary movie for sure.
Yeah. Is that the first one? 1933?
Yeah.
Linda Blair?
Yeah.
Once you walk backward downstairs?
Yep.
I tried that. But not on the stair, in a bed.
I went to a UTI based out of because of kickboxing. Yeah, Kickboxer, great movie. Yeah, no doubt, Jean-Claude Van Damme's entire movie collection is a big reason that I live in Asia. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and Jean-Claude Van Damme movies like Kickboxer, Bloodsport influenced my love of martial arts, and a big reason I live in Thailand. Yeah, so great. Jean-Claude Van Damme, not a great actor, great action star though.
But when I was young, I watched many of his movies.
You met him, right, at the dentist?
Yes.
Yeah, they have the same dentist, or same orthodontist.
No, same clinic, but he might see other
dentist,
dentists.
yeah.
It's like, So, But like I didn't say anything. Just like I think it's impolite if I walk and say hi because that's not the working day for him. It's like, but like, oh my god. So I look at the staff at the counter and I whisper, "Is that him?" It's like, yes. I'm like, oh my god. That's
Legend.
it. Just like sit there, wait to see my dentist. Was like, oh my god. He just like 2 meters away. But like, yeah, it's not nice if I freak out and like also take photo. But not good. But like, he's there.
So I mean, yeah, legend. Like for me, growing up, like that's the man. Like him, Stallone,
Oh
Arnold,
yeah. I like. Oh,
Dolph Lundgren.
If I see Arnold and Dolph, maybe I'll be like, can I take photo? Just one. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, like those guys. I mean those were action stars. I mean today, like Tom Cruise is a great action star, but he's no Stallone.
Yes.
Right? But I mean Tom Cruise is like as an action star,
Tom
pretty
Cruise
phenomenal.
is Tom Cruise.
Yeah, pretty phenomenal. Like the Mission Impossible series.
Oh yes.
So good.
Yes.
I mean, like, and he does.
We go crazy like when the first one come out. It's like, oh my god.
You know who else? When I was a kid, Jackie Chan. I remember seeing Rumble in the Bronx as a kid.
Jackie Chan, you have to do this.
Yeah, but I see like when I saw Rumble in the Bronx, it blew my mind on so many
What is
levels.
that one?
That's the one in New York where they run him over with the hovercraft.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the one where he jumps from building to building in New York City, like
and no sling.
like 10-story brick buildings.
And no standing.
Of course not.
And no safety line.
And that's why he broke his leg on the jump, and then he was still doing the stunts with the hovercraft, and they painted his cast like a shoe.
Lucky that he lives this long.
Mrs. Doubtfire. That was a funny movie.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
But
man.
I miss Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Brilliant actor. I saw something recently that the scene where he put his face in the meringue and like pretend to be her because he was out of makeup, and it kept dripping off into the coffee. Like that wasn't supposed to happen. He just kept improvising it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gladiators or Glad I Ate. Oh, God. Joe. 2 different movies, Joe.
Talk about the Gladiator. I like the movie 300.
Yeah.
Oh, the good body in
Hey,
that movie.
Did you like the movie or did you like the body?
Well, Bert, it's kind of bonus. I like that movie. I watched it many times. And the other one, I think it's Immortal.
Immortal? I don't know if I know.
It's the guy Luke. He was Dracula in one version. He was Zeus in that movie, and I was like, oh God, where go? It's like, wow, so beautiful, like costume.
Oh.
And of course, the guy who is the leading actor is like, oh, bonus also. I watched that many times also.
Deborah said she liked Sam Elliott movies many years ago. Sam Elliott's a great actor.
What is that?
So he plays a cowboy in a lot of things, but I think you might know him. He was the narrator in The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski, I remember the leading actor.
Jeff Bridges. So the
Yeah.
guy, when he sits down at the bar in the bowling alley, he's got that deep voice.
I don't.
Hey, dude, how are you?
Not sure.
So, The Big Lebowski, one of the greatest comedies ever made. I'm actually an ordained minister of the Church of the Latter-day Dude, which is like a religion someone made up based on the dude. But so if anyone wants to get married, I am an ordained minister of the Church of the Latter-day Dude. I will do your wedding ceremony here in Thailand. Just let me know. Sam Elliott, great actor. He did a lot of cowboy movies. Oh, he was in Tombstone, greatest Western movie ever made. In Val Kilmer's performance as Doc Holliday. I'm your Huckleberry. Play for blood. That's just my game.
I don't really watch cowboy movie.
Oh, Tombstone is the best cowboy movie ever made.
No.
Ever. Oh, so here we go. Richard says, Blade Runner Alley that runs between Soi 5 and 7, known as Blade Runner Alley. I don't think it exists anymore. There's some videos on YouTube. All right, I'm going to check it out, Richard. If it's still around, I will go find it.
Not
And-
now.
Not now, but after lockdown, for sure. Yeah, Robin Williams was amazing. I also need to go a little bit has stuff. All right, Joe, have a good one. I think we're going to wrap it up as well, guys. It is 11:17. We got to get ready for the rest of our day. Got works to do. Thank you for rocking with us today, guys. And as always, keep taking